All right, so my phone just committed suicide, and so I had to stop and start over again. So anyway, I'm on my way to go see the Gabriel Iglesias comedy show that I randomly decided to get a ticket for because I was like, well, we've all had COVID several times, and we're all vaxxed, and I might as well enjoy the relatively low case rate while I can before we get yet another wave. Anyhow. As you can see, I randomly decided to attempt to put on makeup and even curl my hair. Not that I know what I'm doing. I feel like I just look like I punched myself in the eye. But whatever, I'll experiment a little bit. I don't know. I have moments for sure where I'm just like, I want to be all feminine and put some makeup on and stuff. And then I try and then I'm just like, this is not my forte. But, you're supposed to practice. Practice makes perfect. I don't have a lot of good makeup, and I really need to go out and just, get rid of a lot of it. Almost, literally maybe 2/3 of the makeup I have is years and years and years and years old. And I don't know what I'm doing, so it's kind of hard to buy new stuff because it's like, rarely I'll go to Sephora or something like that, and they're just like, buy this and this and this and this and this, and it's like, do I really need all that? So who knows, maybe at VidCon I'll find some makeup guru and I'll just be like, can you experiment on me and help me actually figure out what I should buy that's hopefully not an arm and a leg? Because I want to look cool, but the thing with a lot of the makeup artists, of course, is that a lot of them have their own palettes and everything, so of course they're going to be pushing their palette. But you know what? Maybe it's not all hack. Maybe it's some of it's actually good. I don't know. I remember early days of YouTube when all the up and coming YouTubers were starting to come out with autobiographies, and I remember Hannah Hart was one. I never really saw her videos. I've rarely been into any of the popular people, and it's not like I'm like, oh my god, they're popular so I can't like them. I don't know, I just guess I have different tastes than a lot of people, especially younger people, because I try the big people and I'm just like, but it's okay, it's fine. Everyone has different senses of humor. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that. I give up. I'm just gonna say would you rather say, I'm very bad at both of them. Anyway, so I just remember when they were coming out with autobiographies, and then of course it became a joke, like the second season of Love Life on HBO, where the main character Marcus, I think it's Marcus, is like a book editor or whatever, and he has to work with influencers to do autobiographies, and he's just, it sucks, and they're vapid or whatever, which, I mean, a lot of influencers are, and I still fucking hate that word. It makes me want to throw up every time I say influencer. But, a lot of people, they're self-made or whatever. I think we all just have a lot of jealousy, I know I do, where it's infuriating to work so hard at something and not get anywhere, but then, some cute teenage boy. Okay, so this person is crossing the street really, really, really slowly. Go ahead. All right, there we go. Anyway, it's funny, every time I'm trying to make a left turn or whatever, I always think of driving around in LA and just how fucking terrifying trying to make turns in LA is, especially trying to go left, because people just never stop going. There's no protected lefts, and people go through red lights all the time, and it's just, you basically have to be sitting in the intersection, wait for the light to change, and then finally you can turn, but only one or two cars can do it at the time. And yeah, but then when I'm in the car with LA drivers, almost always they're like, what the fuck? Oh, I don't even want to mess with my phone. That car, you can't see it. That car, that SUV just drove over the median to go into a restaurant or something like that. Just do a U-turn, buddy. Exactly, look how we just talking. This is not LA. This is Portland, but fucking Portland has the worst roads. But anyway, where was I? So yeah, they make a joke out of influencers being shallow or whatever. But I think that I like to say content creator, because influencer to me is a specific kind of Justin Bieber type, where it's just like, oh, I'm so popular, look at me, I'm so beautiful and hot and whatever. I don't know why they gave him that voice, but and I don't know. I'm really trying not to be such a hater. Everyone has different likes and dislikes. Everyone has things that, not necessarily that they work hard on. Are you going to jump in front of me, buddy? Yes, you are. Go ahead. Nope. Okay. They like started to cut in front of me and then they changed their mind. I'm just like, okay, I'd rather you not slam into me. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. I'm trying not to be super off topic like I always am. As much as I can. All right. So yeah, it's just interesting. I'm still really, I have a lot of feelings about VidCon. I have a lot of feelings. I don't want to expect too much from it because I know the last few ones that I did go to, obviously before I had Link and everything like that, I banked too much on trying to get into parties and stuff, which of course I don't know anyone, so of course that didn't happen. And I think this time I'm gonna be more forward. I'm just gonna go up and be like, not to famous people, fucking famous people. I mean, not fuck them. They got shit to do. I mean, people that, you know, seem like they're lower level creators like me, and then just be like, hey, what kind of content do you make? Blah, 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 blah. You know, just be friendly. I kind of started being like that in college. I just, after years and years and years of being really shy, I just like all of a sudden would have these moods where I just go up and talk to random people and line and stuff like that. And it was like 50-50. Sometimes they'd reply nicely. Sometimes they'd be like, who the fuck is this? But you know, you miss every shot you don't take. And I like to think I'm getting pretty good about reading body language. Like if someone's really, you know, if they're not replying to my questions or whatever, then it's a good sign that they might be really shy, but more often they just don't want to talk to me. And I mentioned, and I think the last vlog I did, that I just ran over some trash. Anyway, throw your goddamn garbage away, people. Anyway, yeah, I've been trying to be better about cutting loose people that I have wasted years of my life trying to be friends with. Just accept that, you know, it's not gonna work, and I'd rather spend my time on someone who at least shows a modicum of enthusiasm with being friends with each other. There goes the Trans Am at like 90 miles an hour. Yeah, but yeah, so VidCon, I'm not gonna give a shit about talking to famous people. I'm not gonna give a shit about being invited to parties. Like, it would be cool, but I'm not gonna like feel bad if it doesn't happen. I'm gonna bring my equipment. I'm gonna test out my equipment before I go, because like I got a lavalier mic and stuff, and like a Zoom recorder and everything to try doing better sound. So I don't have to like hold, you know, if I'm filming on my phone, I have to like hold it in their face. Look at, I can't show. I'd have to move my camera, but like driving across the bridge on this highway, it's just this absolute beautiful Columbia River and Mount Hood, and I think that's Mount Tabor over there, and these really tall trees. And you know, I've been here for 5 years now, and I'm used to it, but at the same time, I'm still like, God, it's so fucking beautiful here. Fucking beautiful as shit. I drank a lot of coffee because I was yawning a lot. But I do, it's really cool living here. Anyway, I do get really tired of the rain though. It was hailing earlier. It was so weird. It was like 85 degrees 2 days ago when we went to the dinosaur park, and then today it was hailing. It's just like, make up your mind. Make up your mind, BMW. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I'm really determined to make my own fun at VidCon, to not be sad if I remain alone, you know, alone without any perks or anyone to talk to. I'm just going to try to talk to people and actually act confident in my content, not try to be so like, you know, have so much imposter syndrome where it's like, oh, I'm not rich and famous, therefore my content is worthless. No, you know, people always say, oh, it doesn't matter about the views. It does if your goal is to be rich and famous on YouTube, because YouTube algorithms, if you're not posting every fucking day about like the most popular shit, then you should just kill yourself as far as trying to be famous. That was sarcasm, YouTube, okay? You don't need to take this down for hate speech or some shit. Anyway, but you know, if you accept that the chances of being super famous on YouTube are basically negative, and if you really do want to get popular, you're gonna have to like either ride the coattails of somebody else or hire a team to make a bunch of content for you or just something like that, and or pigeonhole yourself into like one kind of content that you might start hating, but if you deviate from it, you're gonna lose all your views. So yeah, just appreciate, do not go into YouTube or content making or whatever with the intent of becoming famous, because it is most likely not going to happen. You are going to be disappointed, you are going to be disillusioned, you know, you're gonna get bitter and angry like me. And you know, it's just, you will have a good time. Do it because you love it, do it because it's fun. Yeah, I don't know why this turned into a YouTube advice person. I'm just telling you, as someone who's been making content for 15 years, however long YouTube's been around, and has never really particularly gone viral, but has seen and met other people who did, and seen the like soulless despondency and or the shit they get themselves into because they don't understand the power dynamic that they wield, and so they exploit it. Because the thing that's crazy about online creation, and I mean, we're getting more gatekeeping now, especially with all the Hollywood takeover and everything, but the good old days of YouTube, you still technically, but unlikely, can become famous overnight, whereas old day traditional Hollywood, you had to have an agent, you had to do a lot of, by and large, you didn't always have to, some people did get lucky, but anyway, alright, I'm going to concentrate on driving now. I tried to leave early enough that I can actually go to some thrift stores and just kind of look for cool stuff to maybe wear at VidCon, like one of those consignment type stores, because Goodwill and stuff is, you know, what people don't want that they donate, and sometimes you can find good stuff, but there's a lot of combing. But I'm very bad at thrifting because I want to buy everything, so we'll see how I do. Alright, hopefully I have a good time at the show. Maybe I'll record a video tomorrow telling you what the show was like, but yeah, I don't know. And hopefully VidCon is all that I dream for it to be. Bye-bye.